Yes, we understand that many of you have questioned the purpose and the integrity of this vaccination that seems to have been speed walked into your lives. We understand you are wondering, is this going to be safe? What purpose does this have, and what will happen to my friends and family when they use this and surrender into this vaccine? And we have told you many times that we are protecting you, and we're protecting you from yourselves, and we're protecting you from others. This vaccination is nothing to fear. In fact, the people who are having these vaccinations, they believe that they are protecting themselves from something that they're still afraid of, the virus. And anyone who is still afraid of the virus, having this vaccination will give them this greater peace of mind. They will finally be able to relax. They have not been able to relax. They have been fearful the entire time they first heard about this monster virus that was going to come and kill you all. And so now they will have this peace of mind so they can breathe and they can relax and they can start feeling like their lives are going to start being normal. Once they have this vaccination, it will give them the belief systems that they are protected, they are safe, and this will make them feel like they can relax for the very first time that they've ever been able to relax. And there is nothing that is harmful in this first round of vaccinations because we have made it so. It is an illusion, it is a placebo effect to your safety, to your protection. And while many of you are saying, no, thank you very much, we will not need that in our bodies, congratulations, you do not. You do not. You do not need it. But for those people who need this cloak of protection, who need this protection from something that is going to get them because they still feel so vulnerable to it, this is important for them. Can you understand that this is a mindset pleaser for them? They can feel finally relaxed into it and they can trust their medical profession because they do still. So this is a beautiful solution for them to be able to surrender in and feel like they've finally got protection from this and they can start living their normal lives, and they're starting to get excited about their normal lives and having the freedom and the protection to be able to have conquered such a devastating beast for humanity, that virus. So this will relax them. They will feel like they will not necessarily need to wear the masks as such because there is that the vaccination is going to cover it all and no one will need it. And so you will start looking like life will start getting back into normal. This is the illusion that you're allowed to have, that those people are allowed to have. Do not be fearful for the people who are going to get this vaccination. It will not harm them. It will not harm them. It will not harm them. Okay, so we just know for all the people that are anxious about their, some of their family members might have to have it for their jobs, or some of their family members are so excited to have this vaccination because they just believe in it so much. Allow them this, because if they have not been able to awoken up to the fact that this virus is a misdemeanor, this virus is nothing to be afraid of, this virus was for other attention, was designed to have other agendas. Our agenda to allow this virus to take place was to be able to awaken you, was to be able to have you sit at home and do some inner work and discover the truth and be able to release a lot of stuff and bad routines and unnecessary routines that you're placing on yourselves. And so there is a lot that this virus has helped humanity with. Remembering we are looking at it from the bigger perspective. And while we know that there are people who did get sick from it, there are lessons there to have your sickness and your mortality wavered in your face. So there is beautiful lessons there, beautiful, fantastic lessons for you to stop and think and start really pondering life while the world seems to be going through something altogether. So it's bringing you all together. And this is a beautiful thing to be able to help awaken humanity. We understand that there are some people still believe that this virus was released by a darker agenda And that was the plan. Indeed, that was the plan, but it was going to be later on, and it was not supposed to have been when it had started. We understood this. We knew all of this, and nothing surprises us. We are all seeing, all knowing. And so, for us to allow something like this to happen, you have to know that this is for the greater good of humanity. And we are not here to drop the ball and to let something massively bad happen to you. Again, that's judgment. We're not judging you, and you don't need to be judging the virus or the ramifications of the virus and what has happened. Yes, we understand that financial situations and there's a lot of impacts, and a lot of people have chosen the exit points from the depression of their lives being changed around. And all of that, every single thing that has happened to humanity since the outbreak of the virus and the lockdown of the virus has got a bigger purpose to it. And while we cannot sit here and speak of every single thing that has been learned and explored and experienced through this virus, it is really the start of a beautiful awakening to have helped humanity be profoundly put on pause, profoundly go home and do your inner work, and really ponder life. And we're very happy with the results. This has awoken humanity tremendously. Even the people who thought that they were spiritual, this has awoken many, the masses. It's amazing. If we want to say that the virus had another agenda, which was to awaken humanity, that contagion was out of control. That was full on, 100% nearly, would love to say, has awoken people. And all the people who have awoken now was all divine timing. And the people who choose to stay asleep on purpose, because they're helping other people to bounce off, to be stuck in the muds. You're forcing other people who are awoken to really profoundly believe more in their belief systems. And it is, you have stuck in the muds, shall we say, in your lives for a purpose. That is to see how much you've grown, to see how much you believe in yourself, to really hold on to your own morals and not be peer pressured into something else. So it is beautiful. It is all beautiful in our view, in our perspective. So everything is going to plan. This is wonderful. We are so excited. Please do not worry for the people who want to have the vaccinations. They are protected. There is nothing that's going to harm you unless this is for a lesson or a purpose. So just relax into it. The beautiful thing is that now people are starting to really question the safety of vaccines. And most people have not. Most people have blindly taken their children and gone and done all of their vaccinations that they have been encouraged to by the medical professions. So now vaccinations are really looked at closely. A lot more people are realizing the damage of this. The vaccinations have been a big part of the crimes against humanity. No doubt about that. And we have been very aware that there are, from our perspective, many children that have been damaged by these vaccinations. Some, yes, have wanted to choose this purpose to be in these experiences to help the family remove karma and to be able to play out a lot of stuff and learn a lot from these very challenging lifetimes. Again, there's purpose there for everything. There have been situations where bigger beings have come to play a bigger role for humanity, and they have been damaged by the vaccinations, and we have reversed that because it was not purposeful, it was impactful, and not in a positive way for that being's life purpose and mission. And so we are protecting you all. If this is not for the greater good of you and your life contract and the purpose and reasons why you're here on this planet at this time, we will come in and help you. It is like we do not want the vaccinations to take away your free will, and there's a lot of protection. A lot of people are protected more than you know. And so we just want you to know that we are here, we are watching, we are supporting, we are protecting. And if there is anyone that you know that has had a vaccination who has been damaged, the learning growth from that outweighs anything else. And while we understand that learning and experiencing these things can be so hard and so confusing, so heartbreaking, so everything, so overwhelming, we understand that. But moving forward and growing from that and overcoming that challenge is a very beautiful experience to have, and it is growth. And so you have to see all of these things at the same perspective, the bigger picture. And we are aware that it looks very hard, and it is very hard having very disabled children, disabled family members. But remember the bigger purpose here. And we're repeating ourselves many times, but for everything there is lessons and purpose here. And so the purpose here for the quick fast vaccination is to be able to give people peace of mind so they can relax into it and stop being in such fear. We understand that it has created fear on the other side, with people afraid of their friends and family having this vaccination. But you are bigger beings, you have the bigger mindsets, you can see things and relax into it and trust that everyone's spiritual teams are right there waiting to be able to kick into place if there is anything that needs to be corrected. There is so much more that we see on this side, so you can trust. Just focus on your life experiences that you're wanting to learn right now, and not buy into adding on to any more extra little dramas for your lives. It is not necessary. It is not needed. You aren't able to control everyone and everything. So release the burden, release the worry, release the extra expectations that you're placing on yourself to help heal humanity, because it truly is not your role. And allow us, your guides and your spiritual teams, to be there to be able to help heal if there is anything that is not appropriate for the person. So we say this with much love, and we just wanted you to know that there is nothing to fear at all. If you start feeling like you're concerned and you're going into fear, this is not for you. This is not the state we want you to be in. Acknowledge what you're fearful of and recall it, feel it, but then have the bigger picture here. Question everything. What would possibly be the case for this? What is the purpose for this? What is the learning lessons here? What are the possibilities to see it for what a bigger purpose it is, rather than doom and gloom and everything's going to eat you? Because you're not in that state anymore. You do not need to be in that state anymore. So you can see things knowing that there is a bigger spiritual purpose for everything. And so we want you to really think about that. Everything has got learning lessons. And if you've already evolved and you already know that learning lesson, this will not bother you or not faze you. And that is great. We want you all to be in neutral. We want you all to be able to see and feel, but not be knocked out of place emotionally. You may have some wobbles here and there, and that is completely fine. Do not judge yourselves for still being human. But it is about not getting stuck in those lower emotions. Work through it. Absolutely work through it. Do not ignore anything. That's not what we're trying to suggest here. But it is working through things and releasing things that no longer serve you emotionally. And that is fantastic. Joanne was wondering if the vaccination was part of an activation to upgrade people who are still so stuck, and to be able to help kickstart them into a higher perspective and frequency, and upgrade them. And this is not necessary in those vaccinations, because people are naturally doing it. The people who seem to be stuck in their mindsets are wanting to be stuck in their mindsets. Everyone's got great opportunities to have awoken. The people who are not awake, again, there is purpose there, and potentially they're living out their life mission to be those stuck in the muds, to be the naysayers, to help everyone around them grow. And you can see and feel the unhappiness of someone who is stuck in the mud, who is afraid, who is struggling with life. Those people are not victims to humanity's situation right now. Those people are playing out a role they have promised and agreed to do for you to be able to help your growth. Potentially, this is a lifetime that you needed to be able to experience and expand from, and really find your inner truth and walk on your own path and do your own journey with some help and support of friends. Ironically, you may feel like you have no support, but reality is you are so supported. You're supported by these naysayer friends, um, to be able to project you into your own true path. No one really learns much from listening to others and and following. You must do your own inner work and walk on your own path and take your own journey, knowing the truth that you have within you and not needing peer pressure to sway you any which way. This is all about going within and learning and being profoundly sure of who you are, because you know you're a loving being, you know that you are connected to source, you know you are valuable and important, and have the best intuition of moving forward without being triggered. This is an exciting time for you all, and we want you to really consider the purpose of these stuck in the muds for you. What have you learned from it? How have you grown from it? This is beautiful lessons here. That is wonderful experiences. So remember, that sometimes when we're looking at a problem, we're looking at it the wrong way. And this is time for you now to explore all of the ways which you may perceive a problem. And this is exciting. We know that you're all just about to jump into a bigger mindset and perspective of everything. And once you master the purpose of life and how to approach things without being triggered in a negative way that sticks and stuck keeps you stuck down, then you really have mastered life, really, in this dimension. And that is fantastic when you have done this journey for yourself, by yourself, essentially, and you've mastered it on your own. And that is, we understand, is a wonderful time, a wonderful experience. So enjoy, 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 enjoy. We cannot say it enough to you. Enjoy and feel proud of yourselves. You have accomplished so much in such a short amount of space and time. And so this is tremendous. And we want you to hug yourselves and love yourselves and tell yourself how much you love and how much you're proud of yourself, because this is definitely the time to do it. And we say this with much love.